Do you have pieces in your closet that you love, but you hardly ever wear? Do you have pieces in your closet that you love, but they just kind of feel like too much for everyday outfits? If you answered yes to either one of these questions, you are most likely missing staple pieces in your wardrobe. This video is about figuring out what staple pieces you're missing in your closet that bring everything else together so that you get the most wear out of everything you own, especially those pieces you love. Let's get to it. Now, what I call a staple piece, a lot of people call a basic. And the reason I don't like to call them basics is because, yes, a lot of times in a lot of closets and a lot of wardrobes, including my own, they are very basic. But in another closet, for another person, they might not be basic at all, or what I consider basic might not be what you consider basic. Basic is such a subjective term. I don't like to call them basics. That's why I call them staples. Staples are the pieces that make all the rest of your wardrobe come together so that you can build outfits that you feel fantastic in every day. So on my channel, I refer to them as staples, even though, in my opinion, a lot of my staples are basic. And that's okay, it doesn't matter. I don't like to call them basics because I don't want to assume what is basic to me is basic to you, or the other way around. I like to call them staples. So that's what we're gonna go with, staple pieces. Now, in order to figure out what staple pieces you are missing, so that you can make the very best decision possible for your time, your space, and of course your money, you need to think about those pieces that you already have first. For instance, if you have top pieces that you absolutely love but hardly ever wear, then you're probably missing staple piece bottoms. And the opposite is also true. If you have bottoms pieces that you absolutely love but you hardly ever wear, then you're probably missing those staple tops that you can pair with those bottoms to make fantastic outfits come together. Now, one of the easiest ways to figure out what staple pieces might be a great fit for you is to figure out what statement piece you really love and you want to wear more often that you already own. And then go into Pinterest and do a search for that statement piece outfits. In my closet, one of my statement pieces that I really do enjoy wearing that I'd like to wear more often is my black faux leather biker jacket. I know in a lot of other people's wardrobe, this is an everyday wear type item, so for them it is a staple. But for me, in my world, it is a statement piece. So one of the easiest ways to figure out what kind of outfits I can build with this is to go to Pinterest and actually put in the search bar, black leather biker jacket outfits, and see what comes up. And in those first few images, if nothing comes up that appeals to you, put in one of your style descriptor words. For instance, I'm gonna put in black leather moto jacket outfits classic, because classic with a twist is one of my style descriptors. And then just sit and look at the outfits that come up and figure out what it is that you like. And when considering these images that appeal to you, notice what do they all have in common. And if that common piece is missing in your wardrobe, then that might be the staple item that is missing in your personal closet that brings the rest of your wardrobe together. For instance, if you are lacking a perfect fitting pair of denim jeans, can you imagine all the different outfits in your wardrobe that you could create if you had this perfect fitting pair of denim jeans? Could you imagine creating at least 5 different outfits with that perfect pair of fitting jeans that you don't currently have? Because if your answer to that is yes, then a perfect fitting pair of denim jeans is probably exactly what you need. Now, I understand. Looking at these images, appreciating these images, and thinking about yourself in these fantastic outfits doesn't always get us very far. I get it. Sometimes we just know we like it. We don't know why we like what we like. And even if somebody else could look at these images and immediately understand what they all have in common and what is the information that I need to gather from them, doesn't mean you'll gather it, right? Doesn't mean it comes together for each of us just like that easily. And that's where all these cringy, every woman must have these lists come into play. Now, while I understand these lists are valuable, I don't necessarily like them. Not even necessarily. I don't like them at all because I feel like they're just too general. Like, not every woman needs the same stuff in her closet over and over and over again. But as cringy as I find them to be, they do have value because generally these lists really do reflect a pretty solid collection of staple pieces that make everything else in your wardrobe work that much harder. And for that reason, I made my own. I'm gonna link my staple piece list down below if you wanna check it out. And let me tell you what's different about my list than everybody else's. I had to do something different in order to be able to live with the fact that I made one of these lists. So what I did is, in the first part of the list, you'll see the staple pieces that I use in my closet. These are the staple pieces that really make my closet go round. These are the pieces that allow me to get tons of wear out of everything I own. I no longer have any closet orphans left in my wardrobe, and that's because I have this solid collection of staple pieces that make it very easy for me to be able to mix them, that make it very easy for me to be able to mix and match and create new outfits all the time. And in making this list of my staple pieces that I use over and over and over, I included links where I could to all the pieces that I have so that you could go and check it out for yourself if you want. But that's actually pretty common. That's not at all what makes my list different. What makes my list different, and hopefully much more valuable to you, is that it is followed by a checklist of general descriptions of items that you could go through your closet and check off all those items that you already own. And then hopefully by going through the checklist and checking off all the items you already have, because I promise you, you already have most, if not all, of these items. I hope you'll feel expired? Don't feel expired. I hope you'll feel inspired to create some new outfits out of your same clothes that you already own that you've never worn before. Then take the list into your closet, and anything that's not checked off, ask yourself, if I had this perfect pair of dark wash denim jeans, what 5 things would I pair it with to create 5 new outfits that I'm currently not wearing? And if you can think of 5 different outfits that you would create by adding that piece from my list to your closet because it makes sense for you, then you have the beginning of a shopping list. Remember, your staple pieces in your closet do not need to be the same as anyone or everyone else's staple pieces in their closet. But knowing what others have in their closet for staple pieces can inspire you to collect the perfect staple pieces for your own wardrobe. Your staple pieces, your statement pieces, all your pieces should be very unique and specific to you. But drawing inspiration from other places in someone else's list is absolutely the thing to do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel already goes round. Just got to make the wheel your own. And as you come across all these different must-have lists, because I know you've seen all these lists before, don't ever feel like you should purchase anything from anybody else's list if it doesn't make sense for you. Because somebody else's must-have item may have absolutely no use in your world. Instead, simply review these lists, take the checklist to your closet, check off a few things that you've already got, think about what you might want or need off the list, take some inspiration from it, and leave all the rest behind. For instance, if you are somebody who does not like wearing jeans, do not buy a pair of jeans. Don't do it. If you don't like wearing them, don't do it. If every single thing in your closet goes with that perfect fitting pair of jeans that I can't live without, but you don't enjoy wearing them, don't buy jeans. It's a waste of your time, effort, and money in finding the perfect pair of jeans, because that's a challenge in and of itself, is it not? Finding the perfect pair of jeans is just like, it's an investment. But I don't care how many lists you find dark wash denim jeans on. If you don't like wearing them, if you don't feel comfortable in them, don't buy them. It's not for you, and that's okay. Because as I have said before, and I will say again, this is your closet, your style, your way. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. And if you have made it to this point in the video, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you want to. If you're not ready to, no worry, no harm, no foul. You have an open invitation to come back and hang out anytime you like, because I will be here, probably like right here in my closet, making videos. So until I see you next time, bye y'all.